Hello, my name is Maxim. For those of you new here, this year I've decided to pivot my career and embarked on a journey to learn iOS development from scratch with no prior development experience. I give myself 1 year and budget of 20K. 1 year to develop an application, release it to the App Store, and hopefully make a living out of it. Will I succeed? Will I fail? Subscribe and join me to find out. And now to today's video. Hello, and welcome to weekly review video. Today I will be discussing some new concepts related to programmatic navigation that I learned in Swift since last week. Going through code written as part of 100 Days of Swift UI course, as well as doing budget review and reviewing the progress I made on my own app. Let's dive right in. First up, let's talk navigation stack. With iOS 16, Apple introduced navigation stack, giving devs more dynamic and flexible way to manage app navigation. It's all about making app flow smoother and more intuitive. At least for more experienced developers. For me, all of it is equally confusing at the moment. Here is a basic example. Imagine you have a button in your app saying navigate. With just a tap, you want to take your users to a new destination in the app. Check out how simple it is with navigation stack. We bind navigation stack to a navigation path. This path is like a roadmap of where you can go. Then you tap navigate, it adds your destination to this roadmap. And with navigation destination modifier, you tell the app how to handle each stop or destination. Now, what's super cool is how you can control this programmatically. Say you want to push a new view or handle a deep link. It's as easy as modifying this path. Where it might be applicable is, for example, e-commerce website, where user presses either add to the basket or check out right now. And based on that, you can send users to different views. By appending new view to the path, you're effectively navigating to it. Navigation path data types is essentially an array type. Contrary to a regular array, it can contain mixed data types inside, numbers, strings, etc. Unlike regular array, which can only hold one data type. Imagine your app has a list of items, and you want to navigate to details for each one. Navigation stack paired with navigation path as you covered. And that's all for Swift concepts I learned this week. Let's move on. Now to the code reviews. As of this week, I have completed 50 days of 100 Days of Swift UI. Let's start with updates to Moonshot app. I had the opportunity to try programmatic navigation right away and redid navigation in Moonshot app to use navigation destination, both for main view and crew view. Let's see. For main view, navigation destination implementation is straightforward. Whenever you click on a mission, it passes selected mission and full astronauts object to mission view. For crew view though, implementation differs a bit, and I needed to handle some edge cases. So you've got a list of astronauts in your app, and you want to show more details when someone taps on the name. Take a look at this code. It's a slick way to manage navigation based on the astronaut's ID. When an ID is tapped, we want to navigate to an astronaut view with all the details. But what if ID doesn't match any astronaut in our This approach, I use navigation destination to check if astronaut ID matches one in our list. If it does, we present an astronaut view with all the details. If it's not, we gracefully handle it by displaying astronaut not found view instead of crashing the app. This approach ensures that your app handles errors smoothly, avoiding any potential crashes or awkward blank screens. HabitTracker. This exercise was about building simple habit tracker from scratch, utilizing knowledge from all previous lessons. I didn't want to make it easy on myself and additionally implemented an external package. Let's go through the main points. App has 3 views: main list of habits, view to add new one, and detailed view. Package I wanted to try to implement is macOS style emoji picker. Let's navigate to new habit screen to see it. As you can see, I did succeed with this. It was my first exposure to external packages. Let's go to the main screen. I spent some time trying to make this navigation work correctly. The issue I had was whenever I would click to navigate to details, it would as well increment the counter. It took me some time, but I found solution on Stack Overflow. Adding button style plain to both navigation link and counter button fixed the issue. What's more, in this app I had the opportunity to try customization for view toolbar. On a new habit view, you can see cancel and save buttons, with separate logic attached to them. This app was good practice writing the logic and working with data flow, which I'm still struggling with a bit, but gradually getting hold of it. Let's move on to the next one. And finally, although it's not part of the app, we finally started looking into working with APIs. This is the simplest case without any authorization and dynamic parameters, but I'm very much looking forward to work with this. Working with APIs opens up a lot of possibilities for future apps and ideas that I have. One more thing I tried this week is working with HabitTracker engine. Just briefly, and for that I had to install the app to my phone, but it was exciting to feel it. Let's move on to budget review. I've made few minor updates to the report in Power BI, as you can see. The blue fill is showing past period. I've added today's marker too. Another minor update I made is custom tooltip that shows details for the expenses. Let's talk about the budget itself. As I predicted last week, I had broke even and back on track. For the time being at least. Not out of the weeds yet though. I very much prefer to be above the baseline and have some additional buffer rather than going head to head. But I will take that small win. And now let's talk about the progress I made on my own app. I didn't make any progress on my own app, unfortunately, being solely focused on going through 100 days of Swift UI. While I do want to get my hands dirty as soon as possible, I'm holding off until I do course lessons related to Swift data. If you would like to see the progress I made last week implementing user defaults, watch previous weekly review videos where I go into more details about that. But for now, that's all the progress I made on my own app. Hopefully next week. Thank you for joining, subscribe, comment, and see you next week.